Welcome back, guys. This is the third part and the final part of each statement I'm going to teach you. So here we are going to use is, not, and in statements along with if statement, and I will explain what each of these is, not, in does and what it means to use it. So let's begin with the not statement. So what is not? So a not statement tells that is the opposite of what it is. So currently, not statement can be used along with bool type variables. So if you have a function that's have a return type of bool like true or false, or a variable with true or false, you can use this not statement. So what not statement does is it returns you the value opposite of the current bool value. So what is opposite of true is false. So what not x returns is false. So if let me show you when I run this. So as you can see, it returned false because x was true. So if x was false, what not x is true. So opposite of x is not x. You know, this will return true. As you can see, it returned true. So what this is in Java program is what this can be defined in Java program as like this. If you have done Java programming before, what this means is y. What this means is in Java program is y is equal to not x. If you are doing Java program, it is what this means. So let's go back to the if statement using not statement along with inside the if statement. So this is the example. So what happens here is that if not x, so what this means in Java is if not x, and this also means if x is equals to false. Okay, that's what it means. So what happens here, if x is true, it checks if this is true. So currently not x of true is false, right? As you can see, not x is false. So this is false. This cannot be true. So if this is not true, then this will be executed. Okay. If this is not true, this will be executed. That's what happens here. Because x is not false, right? If x is not equal to false. So this is false, and this will be executed by default. As I explained on the previous video, what else stand for is the default. Nothing is true, execute this one. So when you execute, it will print something. So assume this value is false. Okay, assume this statement is false. So when I execute, what do you think will be the output? It's not x, as again x is equal to false. So if not x, which is x is equal to false, then this is true. So if this is true, this get executed. So another thing is, assume a part like this, like else if x, what this mean is in Java is something like this. This is similar to x equals to 2. Okay, this is what this means. You have if x, it means if x is equal to 2. All right, so when I say print yes, it's x, let's see what the return type is. So currently x is false. So if I execute, this gets true because it is not x, which is x is equal to false. So in this case and this case, the user cases are different. So you will get confused here, which says if it's not x, mean it should be true, right? So if true, so in this case, it does not execute like this. So this scenario is different from this scenario. So it works different in if statement. Not x works different in if statement. In if statement, not x means x is equal to false. So currently x is equal to false, so it's true, it executes. Assume x is equal to true. Assume. When I execute this code, you say yes, it is x, because if x means if x is true. So this returns true. So if true means this will execute this part. I hope you understood this part. So we will go to the next part, which is in state. What is an in state? So let's go to in state. So in statement also related to handling bool type variables, similar to not statement. So it is literally most of the time it is used on the along with the list type variables. So if you have a list and you want to confirm whether an item is inside this list, okay, assume you have some types of list of elements in this list variable, and you want to check whether whether an element inside this list exists. Say 25 in list. So what this does is it checks whether an element 25 is in list. So if I ask you a question, is 25 in list? If is 25 put in list? So if it's just a question. So when I ask you the question, you see the list and you say, yeah, 25 is in the list, so it's true. So if it's true, then execute its subpart, execute its code, if statement. So it will say, yep, and else the default, nothing is true, print no. So what it does is it checks whether 25 is in list, and 25 in list is true, then execute that part, print yep. So you can see, yeah, it's the list. So if it is not in the list, is 65 in the 65 is in the list, is 68 in the list. So again, I'm going to ask you the question, is 68 in the list, quote in the list? So as you can see in the list, no 68. So this statement in statement will return false. If false, it will not execute this and it will execute the default statement. So let's think about a scenario using in statement along with a not statement. So assume a value like not in list. So again, I'm going to ask you another question. Is 68 not in the list? I'm asking you, is 68 in the list? Not is 68 not in the list? So again, you go through the list and you can't see 68 in the list. So you say, yeah, 68 is not on the list. So it is true. What I said is true, right? So this makes true. The return is true. What this statement gives. So if true, then it will print. So why did I use not statement along with in statement? As you know, not statement works along with true or false type, bool type variables, and in statement returns true or false bool type variables. So that's why I can use not, because it works along well with true or false types. So I hope you understand this part. Now let's go to if statement. So what is an if statement? Okay, so if statement is like this. If statement is used to check whether a variables, whether the address of a variable, maybe it doesn't matter if it is a list or a normal variable, and wants to check whether that variable has the same memory address of another variable. Assume a scenario like this. Let's say I have a list A and it has random values 23. You can even have string, it doesn't matter. So currently numbers are easy for me to write, and you have another list called B and I assign A. So I assign B with A. So when I say B is A, this is the question it is asked. Is B is A? B is A. I mean, I'm saying B is A. So practically I'm claiming B is A. That is what I'm claiming. So you see this statement and you can see B is equal to A. So B is A. So if B is A, is true, right? I claimed B is A and you say, yeah, it's true, B is A. It's shown here B is equal to A. So what it means is it returns a value if that is true. So in this scenario, B is A, it is true. So this statement will return true. So what if it's true, it will execute printf. Okay, that's what's happening. So when I execute printf, so B and A have the same memory address. So practically what happens here is like a pointers in C. B points to A. So memory is not wasted here. So you know what I'm saying, right? Memory is not wasted in this scenario. So it's a good approach to approach the problem like this if you want the same list to hold on another variable. So assume a scenario similar like this. Okay. So you have similar lists. A is similar to C. So the elements in A is same as elements in C. Okay. So I'm asking C is A. Is this true? So the answer will be false. Even though they are similar, that is false. This will be in a different memory address and this will be in a different memory address. So what it will return is no, because it's false. C is A. It's not true. The memory address are different. Okay. What happens here is that it allocates an extra memory for variable C to add that values. So if you have multiple repeatable lists with different variables with the same elements, you should avoid this approach because it allocates extra memory. The best way to avoid allocation of extra memory in your RAM is to point to the variable that has the same element. So if you want the same element back, you can just point it to A. When I say B is equal to A, it does not create a memory, but it points to A. So when I say B is A, it means it has the same memory. It's in the memory of B is equal to A. So it reduces the amount of RAM usage on your laptop or computer when you are running the program. So that's it, guys. I hope you understood. I would love if you subscribe and like this course so I can be motivated to upload more of these types of video. So thank you guys and bye. Hope you see in the next video. Probably I will do in the next video about for loops that can be used in Python library. So bye.